All right, now that we're done with our forms, I'm going to walk you through how to start planning out your ideas for what you will add to your form. So we're going to be sketching out 3 different ideas today, and as you start thinking about your ideas, consider the following things. Think about the works that you researched for Sgraffito. So think about the pieces you put into that Google Slides. Which designs did you like the most? What kind of images are you drawn to in the pieces that you selected? Do you want to create a scene, like one image that's wrapped around your piece or that's draped inside your piece if you're making a bowl or a plate? Or do you want a pattern that wraps around your piece? Do you want it to be more realistic or abstract? There's 2 main options here as you're thinking. The first is to have one image, like a scene, that wraps your piece. So if you look here, this is the front and back of my form, and I have the swan here, and you can see the tail is wrapping around to the other side. If I were to stand at any point around this piece, I'd be able to see part of this scene. It's one single image that wraps around. The second option is to create kind of like a pattern. This could be done using just normal shapes like triangles, circles, squares, or you could have an image that repeats more than once. So here I have lily pads and a swan, and I repeated that throughout my design here. I would say if you do something like this, aim to repeat at least 10 times. Couple things to think about as you work. Your design should be wrapping around your piece. So try to avoid just plopping it in the middle of your design. Think about how could you have it wrap around. So if I'm standing at any point around this piece, whether it's a pattern or a single image wrapped, I should be able to see part of my design. And avoid using overused symbols. So peace signs, smiley face, heart, stars, they can get a little boring. Try to think of something more creative, something a little bit more your own. If drawing is not your thing, that is no problem. Keep it simple, keep it abstract. You don't need to have some kind of super detailed scene of like the Oregon forest. You could just do lines. So here I have an example where I just have a band of black painted on here and just sketch out a pattern like this. You could do some kind of organic form of line, or you could even wrap it with words. Maybe you think about like a favorite quote or lyric from a song, or maybe even just like some of your thoughts since we've been in shelter in place. Something to record what we're going through right now. You could wrap it with words. If you do words, you really want to think about those words wrapping your piece and not just being on one side. When you're done sketching out 3 different ideas, choose your favorite idea and block in what will be black in that idea and what will be white. So consider that everything that is white lines is carved. Everything that is black is painted on and carved around. So that means it's much easier to create white lines because you're just carving them away than it is to create small black lines. This design right here of this flower would be much more difficult than this black flower because this black flower, I just paint the flower on and cut out the little white lines. Here I have to carve around each of these black lines. I have to carve away everything that I see other than the black line. So try to avoid small black lines. They are most difficult to make with Sgraffito. When you're done with that, you're going to star or circle your favorite idea. Again, that favorite idea should be blocked in like this and upload an image similar to this assignment. So you should have 3 ideas, show the front and back of each idea. So front, back, front, back, front, back, and block in your favorite idea to give you an idea what will be black, what will be white, and star that so I know which one you're planning on. If you have something that's very detailed, and you don't want to sketch in all of the black, like here, I just kind of put a little swatch up here of what this would look like with black and white. These bands of color will be black with little white lines. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. I look forward to seeing your designs.